warm welcome for Mr. Stephen Williams. Let's welcome.
I can't see you better. A little bit better. I mean, really, this is like a little bit. Okay, guys, so tell me, how do you like Rufus so far? What do you think about a brother being named Rufus? They came up with a better name. I gotta like it. They told me that I was supposed to come out and open up with a little repartee, but I really don't know what to talk to you guys about. So I want to open this up right away to a Q&A. Just ask me anything you want to. How many people remember me from X-Files?
21 Jump Street.
Nick Maggie, who plays your grandfather? I find it so much fun that both Mitch and I, who are ex-Folians, are now doing Supernatural. That's about the most fun thing for me about this show so far.
What about 21 Jump Street?
What about, hang on. What about what?
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Yeah, it's been so much fun. I have not worked a day in my life. Really. I mean, I get up and I go have fun. I did a show, and we'll get back to Supernatural. But I did a show right after 21 Jump Street called The 100 Lives of Blackjack Savage, where I only went to 7 shows, and I think it aired and then was gone. Stephen Cannell, God rest his soul, my guy.
Yes.
But a reporter asked me once, I said, I'm in Miami, I'm dressed in tights, with the flowery shirt that got my hair down to my back, you know, I got an earring in my ear. And the reporter asked me, Stephen, do you have fun during the show? I went, look at me. Look at me, I'm in Miami, I'm dressed like this, and they're paying me good money. Hell yes, I'm having fun. I always say, I don't work, I go and play on the set every day with a bunch of other talented people, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun and a joy. And you guys make it all happen. Without you guys, I gotta tell you, I gotta thank all of you guys, because without you guys, we are nothing. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Okay, let's go with some questions here. Ask me anything. It does not have to be about Supernatural.
Hello?
It can be about, we're gonna do the mic thing. Somebody pointed that out to me. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I wanted to ask you about 21 Jump Street. You worked with Kim Manners and Johnny Depp, who I adore. I wanted to ask about that and how it was like working with them, both of them.
Okay, well, first of all, people have got to ask Johnny and Kim how it was to work with me. That's the first thing. I taught Johnny everything he knows. Kim, God rest his soul, you know Kim has passed on. Kim has a distinction. I was telling a group of people in back. Kim directed me in my debut episode of Jump Street. He directed me in my final episode of X-Files. And he was the one who requested me for Supernatural. So Kim and I go all the way back. We have a lot of history. And he was just so fabulous. I mean, just as fabulous as he could be. A lot of fun on set. You take my energy right now and multiply it 5 or 6 times. That was Kim on the set, you know. Just a lot of fun, gave you a lot of freedom as an actor, and was very, very creative, you know. And we're just so sorry that we lost him. Gets me a little bit because we do share the history. Now, Johnny, again, I told this story just a few moments ago. When I started doing Jump Street, I replaced Frederick Forrest. I don't know if you guys watched Jump Street from the beginning. I replaced Frederick. Frederick did 7 shows. When I came on, I reshot 2 of the shows, right, and then did the rest of them. He did 7, and so we had to reshoot a couple of them, so he only got aired for 5. But I was doing 3 shows at once that first week. The current show and the 2 shows I had to reshoot. So I was, we got children in here? I was the shit. I was in trouble, right? Everybody's watching me. This is the old pro. the rest of the kids, I think Johnny was the oldest at 26 or 25, and Holly and Peter 19 or something. And so everybody's watching the old pro. By the second season, I was watching Johnny because Johnny was such, to answer the question about working with Johnny, he's such an interesting young man. He is, like myself, he's never had an acting lesson. He's just a natural. But he's creative. He lives very creatively in his head. And he always wanted to do stuff and be creative. One of his biggest arguments with the producers was the fact that these kids are playing undercover cops. So Johnny wanted to assume a persona for each week. He wanted to be undercover. But they wanted him to be a teen idol all the time. That was one of their biggest contentions. But he was very interesting to watch because he has an extremely fun and creative imagination. And as you can see by his career, he's gone on to do some of the hardest and some of the most successful stuff. So working with him was fun. I've never had a bad day with any actor I've ever worked with in my entire career. And that's because I let them know right off the bat, I can be a much bigger asshole than you can. So let's go.
No wonder him and Bobby get along so well.
Oh, we're over here now.
Hi.
Yes, hi.
Hi. I'm more used to you in a very serious role, but in the last role with Weekend at Bobby's, you were sort of almost comic relief. Have you done a lot of comedy before this, and what kind of comic roles did you have?
Have I done a lot of comic? Well, first of all, the whole Bobby thing was supposed to be grumpy old men.
Yeah.
Two guys who are old pros, who are veterans, who have this sort of sibling kind of rivalry. I've just finished doing the show. My next episode will be aired 24th of February. And you'll learn a little bit more about Bobby and Rufus's history. They have history. I just want to, the words on a page, you can get a direction from a director, but the words on the page, the situation, these are, like I said, supposed to be grumpy old men. So you can play that one or two ways. It could be a very serious, angry at each other, grumpy old men, or that lightness. And these words just seem to lend themselves to a lightness, back and forth. And I think there should be. Dean, Jensen's character, has a lot of cute little lines too. They asked him on one of the shows, why did they let you out of hell or something? And he says, I like to think because of my perky nipples. I love lines like that. When you get lines like that in the script, you just have to deliver them in a way that puts some lightness to it. I've not done, to the other part of your question, what did I do? I had my own show, Links, on Showtime. It ran for a couple of years. We called Links. Me, Pam Grier, Joyce Sanford Brown. I don't know if anybody saw that. I wish every brother and sister on the planet had seen it. Tim Reed, and you guys. It was just such a great show. It was like the African American Cheers. Sat in a bar and stuff. But that was my comedy show. That was a show where it was played straight, but played more, like a dramedy, a comedy. Again, if it's on the page, I can deliver it, whether it's comedy or whether it's drama. And it's not that I have I'm not a comedian or a comedy specialist or anything. Just I relate to the material. If I don't relate to the material, I don't need the show.
Well, I thought your timing was wonderful, and it got a lot of people on the web saying there ought to be a Bobby Rufus spin-off. Kind of like,
Did you hear her? Everybody who has a computer. I'm telling you, you can make me huge. You have the opportunity here to make me huge. Get on your computer and just a little. So, just to the network, just type in Stephen Williams. Let them figure it out. Oh, please, give Stephen Williams a show. That works too.
Anyway, I wish you best in your rest of your career, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, I actually saw you at X-Files Con like years ago. And,
Okay, that's right. Tell everybody how old I am.
But like, I remember on 21 Jump Street, Captain Fuller sang, "Will you still love me tomorrow?" And I was wondering if you could do that for us. There's my number.